Okay, 2.58. Kita ada 2 minit. Saya masih lagi tunggu Safri bagi signal. We should be online anytime soon.
Dr. Hadafi, testing tengok.
Okay, we are ready now. Okay, so very good afternoon to the 3 coordinators here. Dr. Hadafi, is it okay for you? Because your screen is online. Everyone is looking at the screen. All right. Okay, so once again, I welcome everyone to the program preview by the Tunku Intan Puteri Safinaz School of Accountancy, TISA, UM. Right, so alongside with us today, we have 3 coordinators from TISA. Okay, Associate Professor Dr. Hafiza Abu Muttalib, which is the program chair for PhD and Masters of Science Accounting. And then we have also Dr. Muhammad Hadafi Saadan, which is the program chair for Masters of Science International Accounting. And we have Associate Professor Dr. Saliza Abdul Aziz, which is the program chair in Masters in Taxation. All right, so the 3 of them today will be sharing more or less some information within this hour, more or less some information about their respective programs, and also what are the entry requirements, all right, in enrolling into all these postgraduates program. So I think I will let Associate Professor Dr. Hafiza to begin. the presentation, if it's correct, or is it Dr. Hadafi?
Dr. Hadafi will begin.
Dr. Hadafi, okay, right. I will pass the floor to Dr. Hadafi to give a brief introduction on TISA, the school, and some basic information, and then pass over to Dr. Fiza for an elaboration and introduction on PhD program. Then back again to Dr. Hadafi for Masters of Science in International Accounting. And lastly, we will pass it to Dr. Saliza for a elaboration in Masters in Taxation. All right, so in case if you have any questions, you have anything to ask, feel free to post a question in the comment section, and I will transfer all the questions to the respective coordinators. So Dr. Hadafi, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good afternoon to all the viewers and also the prospective students that not on our program. So for today, this is my name is Muhammad Hadafi, one of the chair program on the postgraduate studies in Safinaz, Accountancy, or known as the together with my colleagues today, we'll give some brief presentation for our postgraduate program. And for today's session, we will introducing and explain our postgraduate program. Right? So basically, based on the history, actually, what we heard last year from the studies of the end, actually, we start and then together during the commission of EM, but in 1992, since then, what we wanted to do, there is very a pleasure to be able to explain our program, beginning from the Bachelor in Accounting, and then in the 2000, we moved to another one Bachelor program, which is known as the Bachelor in Accounting Information System. This is very much a driven program, and moving forward by explaining our postgraduate program.
Sorry, Dr. Hadafi. Sorry for interrupting, Dr. Hadafi. I think we have information that we cannot really hear you clearly. Is there any issue with your microphone, or are you on any earphone? The voice coming in is not clear.
From your side, it's okay. Okay, can you hear me?
We still cannot hear you clearly. Dr. Fiza, Dr. Saliza, how's
Yeah, cannot.
tak dengar?
Yeah, it's not clear.
Like breaking. Ada earphone ke? Any headphone or earphone?
Change please.
It's okay, Dr. Francis. Maybe I can continue with the presentation while Dr. Hadafi handle the slides. Is that okay, Dr.
Okay.
Hadafi?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon. I'm Hafiza, one of the postgraduate program chairs of Tunku Puteri Intan Safinaz School of Accountancy. Okay, so in this slide, as you all can see, in Tunku Puteri Intan Safinaz School of Accountancy, or we call ourselves as TISA UUM, we offer 4 postgraduate programs, where 2 of the programs are research-based. We have Doctor of Philosophy, PhD in Accounting, and also Master of Science Accounting. And we also have 2 coursework programs, Master of Science International Accounting and also Master in Taxation. So in the next slide, the postgraduate program chairs respectively will explain in detail about all this program. Okay, next slide, please.
Okay, can you hear me? Is it okay now?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
better now.
Yeah, Dr. Dafi, please
Okay,
continue.
better. All right. So sorry for the trouble issues for my voice. So as I mentioned before, now we have 4 postgraduate program as mentioned by Dr. Fiza. So based on the current students, for the PhD, we have more than 91 active students. And for the master program, we have so far 70 students active doing their programs. Okay. So for the alumni PhD, we have in total around more than 270. And for the master program, we have around 400. So I think at this moment, with permission from Dr. Frank Chase, as our student also our alumni from Palestine, so we, boleh ya, Dr. Francis? I just want to take this opportunity to express our condolence, sympathy, and sadness
Yes.
to the respective students that affect from what happened in Palestine over there. Because if not mistaken, we have around quite numbers of Palestinian students, regardless their religions or faith, around 70 plus, if not mistaken. So hopefully everything, what you call, will Allah, we
Okay,
pray
so
for Allah to ease everything. All right.
yeah.
So continue with the academic structure. The academic structure at UM is based on the tri-semester system, which means that in academic calendar for 1 year, we have 3 semesters continuously. For example, here our intake for the first semester begins on the September, followed by the January for the second semesters, and completed on May. Okay, for the third semester. Okay, for example, for this begins of the semester is known as the A231, which already been going on, okay, for the last 1 month before. Okay, so that the case of the program structure that we have in UM. Right. For the program chair, as been introduced before, Associate Professor Dr. Hafiza Abdul Muttalib, responsible for 2 programs, which are the PhD and also the Master of Science in Accounting by Research. Me, myself, responsible under the for the Master of Science International Accounting, or known as the MSCIA by coursework, and the Master in Taxations under the Associate Professor Dr. Saliza Abdul Aziz. All right, so our presentation will be based on the those 2 programs. So I would like to pass to the Dr. Hafiza for the PhD program. Over to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Hadafi. All right, so back to me. I'm Hafiza, and I'm the postgraduate program chair for Doctor of Philosophy and also Master of Science Accounting by Research. Okay, so if you look at the your right hand side, and you can see the poster for PhD in Accounting. This poster actually, when you go into our website, tisa.uum.edu.my, you can find this poster. And this poster actually elaborated or gives some information about entry requirements, the flowchart for graduate in time, for our PhD candidates. Okay, Dr. Dafi, next slide, please. Right, I will go into detail on the admission criteria. How you want to apply for a PhD in accounting at TISA UUM. Yeah? So the minimum CGPA, so at least you need to have a master's degree with a minimum CGPA of 3.0, and the master's degree should be in the accounting field or business related field. Okay, so you can enroll for our PhD program. If you do not have if you have a bachelor's degree for first class bachelor's degree, you can also apply for our program, PhD program. We call it as fast track. Okay, only for those with bachelor's degree, first class with a CGPA of at least 3.67, but you also must undergo an interview conducted by the postgraduate committee. Usually the postgraduate committee will consist of the dean of the school, the deputy dean, and also the postgraduate chair. Okay, so if you do not have a degree in accounting or business related fields, then you must undergo 2 papers at master level. And the papers are accounting theory and also management accounting and control system. So you need to take this paper, then only you can enroll for your PhD. Okay, and any other equivalent qualification recognized by the University Senate. Okay, apart from that, you can also enroll to our PhD program if you are currently in your master program. Okay, so you have a bachelor's degree, you enroll to a master's degree, but halfway you decided that you want to go straight away to PhD. You can do this. However, you need to have a minimum CGPA of 3 to 3.66 for your bachelor's degree, and during your master degree, you have published at least 1 index journal article in the Web of Science or Scopus. Okay, and your supervisor need to have strong recommendation towards your application, and it should be submitted in the second trimester of your study. Okay, but you can only apply for this once throughout the candidature. At the same time, our PhD candidate also need to fulfill the English language requirement as set by the University Senate. And finally, upon your application, you need to attach a proposal or a motivational letter, and you can also propose the name of the supervisors. Maybe you can contact them earlier and ask their permission to put their name in your application letter. But if you do not have proposed supervisor, don't worry. We will appoint 2 supervisors for you based on the research proposal that you prepare. Okay, for the Doctor of Philosophy in Accounting, during the first trimester in the first year, you need to take 2 papers, which are the research methodology and also academic writing. And you need to pass at least a B grade in both prerequisite courses before you can go for your proposal defense. If you get B minus, then you need to repeat the paper. You need to take until you get a B, then only you can go for your proposal defense. For PhD, full-time, you will have the duration of study 3 years to 5 years. Okay, 3 years means 9 trimesters, 5 years means 15 trimesters. And for the part-time students, 4 to 7 years, which means 12 trimesters to 21 trimesters. Okay, let's take a look at the estimated fee for PhD candidates, PhD students. All right, the fee can be, we can classify the fee into non-recurring fee and also recurring fee. And the fee is different according to your category, whether you are Malaysian student or local student, or you are an international student. Okay. For Malaysian student, you can enroll whether in part-time mode or full-time mode. But for non-Malaysian student, foreign student, you have no option. You need to take the full-time mode. Okay, so for the non-recurring fee, if you can look at the slide, there will be registration, okay, insurance, medical examination, and also management fee. And it applies to different category of student, whether full-time local, part-time local, or full-time foreign students. And then we have the recurring fee, which is the service and tuition fee. Okay, for tuition fee per trimester, local student full-time will need to pay 1,500, but for part-time student, it will be 1,200. But for non-Malaysian student, their tuition fee per trimester is 2,400. For prerequisite courses, the courses that you need to take, the two courses, the research methodology and also the academic writing, the cost is 250 per credit hour for local students and 450 per credit hour for foreign students. Okay, I would like to remind that each paper will have 4 credit hours. Okay, and then we'll have the cost on thesis examination or viva voce, okay, re-examination, and also the write-up fees after viva for each category of student. Okay, on your right hand side, you can see the example of the calculation for Malaysian student and also for non-Malaysian student for PhD studies, PhD program, and the total cost estimated for Malaysian student is 16,010 ringgit Malaysia, and for the non-Malaysian student, it will be 27,970 41,000 896 ringgit Malaysia. So this is for PhD. Okay. For Malaysian student, it will be 24,676 ringgit Malaysia. Okay, so this is for we take some photos on the Viva sessions of our student. As you can see, PhD is not impossible. Okay, it is achievable, and we encourage you to apply to our program. Okay, for the Master of Science Accounting by Research, so this is the poster that you can look. You can see if you go to our website, tisa.uum.edu.my. Okay, basically the entry requirement, okay, for entry requirement for Master of Science Accounting by Research is a CGPA of 2.75 in the field of accounting or business related degree. Okay, so if you have 2.75, you can apply for our Master by Research program. But if you have 2.5 to 2.74, you can also be accepted as our student. However, you need to undergo an interview by the postgraduate committee. But if you have 2.0 to 2.49 of CGPA, you will need a minimum of 5 years working experience in relevant field, subject to an interview by the postgraduate committee. And if you are not from the accounting or business related field, you will need to take 2 prerequisite courses at the master's degree level, 2 accounting papers, which are the financial accounting theory and also the management accounting and control system. And you also need to fulfill the English language requirement set by the University Senate. Okay, same with the PhD in accounting. Students of Master of Science by Research will need to take 2 papers during the first trimester of the first year, and you need to pass these papers with at least a B grade. And the period of study for a master student, 2 years to 3 years for full-time and 3 years to 5 years for part-time mode. Okay, and for the estimated cost, okay, same here, we will have Malaysian and also non-Malaysian student, right? Tuition fee per trimester is 1,500 for full-time student, 1,200 for part-time student, and 2,400 for foreign student. And you will have the prerequisite courses, 250 per credit hour, Viva fee, re-Viva fee if you need to re-Viva, and the write-up fees after you have done your Viva voce. And estimated tuition fee for Malaysian student is 16,010 while for non-Malaysian student, it is 27,974 ringgit. Okay, so this is the estimated fee. Okay, so I pass the session back to Dr. Hadafi to explain on Master of Science International Accounting by coursework. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So I proceed with the Master of Science International Accounting by coursework. So I will talk similar to Dr. Hafiza about the entry requirements, the period of study, and also the components, including the fees estimation. All right, for the first one, admission criteria, applicants must possess the first one, a bachelor degree in the field of accounting, or related field with honors degree with a CGPA of minimum 2.50, or bachelor degrees in the field of accounting or related fields with a CGPA minimum 2 to 2.49. In addition, you have the 3 years relevant working experience, and in the specific cases will be interviewed by the postgraduate committee. Third, we have the candidates without a qualifications 1 and 2, all working experience in relevant fields, must undergo the appropriate prerequisite courses. If not mistaken, we will have require you to take 2 papers of financial accounting and another one from the management accounting subject. And you must meet the minimum CGPA, means you have to pass that particular prerequisite courses. For the number 4, if you don't have a degree, but you do have a diploma from any institutions of higher learning, with at least 10 years of relevant work experience, and your age is 35 years old, plus you need to pass the APEL assessment level 7 for the postgrad degrees, then you are qualified to apply. For those who are not familiar with APEL, APEL is the lifelong learning opportunity that been given by the government, and the APEL are under the MQA. As such, you may need to get that particular information in the MQA website, etc. Number 5, any other equivalent qualifications recognized by the University Senate and fulfill the English requirements as per University Senate. Okay, moving to the program structure. In total, students will take 12 courses, which can be divided into 3 categories, which are the 2 core courses, giving you 6 credit hours of research methodology and strategic management, whereby the research methodology will sort of assist you when at the end of this program, when you conduct your research project. For the specialized courses for the MICIA, there will be at least 3 papers from the financial accounting subject. The rest will be from the management accounting, taxations, accounting information system, financial management, and also the auditing. Okay, apart from that, we also need to take the 2 elective papers in the areas of the audit, taxation, management accounting, and also the information system. Okay, that will give you 6 credit hours. And for the project paper, you have 6 credit hours in total. So for all the 12 courses plus the project paper will give you 42 credit hours. All right. For the full-time basis, you can complete your study within 1 year academic calendar, as we conduct our program 3 tri-semesters, I mentioned before. And for the part-time, you can complete your program within 2 years. So there is a pro and cons for the tri-semesters. We do listen to the students' what you call opinions or comments of probably they have cram in terms of study process and etc. But the good thing is that you can complete your study early, okay, as compared to other university. All right. One thing I want to add for the full-time, minimum subject per semester, you can take up to 4 papers per semester. But for the part-time, maximum is 2 papers. But in certain situation, we can suit according to your needs, okay, based on the case by case. Okay, moving to the estimated tuition fees. So the list of fees here, we can have non-recurring fees, means that this one is for one-time fees. All right, registrations and recurring fees every semester. Okay, we have the service fees and also the tuition fees. So if you take 3 semester, you have 3 semesters, then times 3 semesters. Okay, for the tuition fees is based on the credit hours. So 1 credit hours equal to 250 ringgit. So in total for the 42 credit hours, you need to pay 10,500 ringgit. Okay, same thing for the international student. We have only offered for full-time basis, not part-time. Okay, for the accommodation is not included, but somehow UM, as you aware, or if you're not aware, we are in-house accommodation, so you may have chance to reduce your rental. You don't have to spend your money to rent houses. Instead, you can opt to stay within the campus with cheaper prices for sure. All right, so I think that's the things about the MSCIA. You can ask later on if you want more detail. So I pass to Dr. Saliza for the MIT.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Hadafi. I will continue the session with a master in taxation, and this is the 4 flyers in our website. Again, master in taxation, you can see the pamphlet with a detail of period of study, entry requirements, and as well as the cost component itself. Okay, so a master in taxation is 100% coursework, meaning that student will follow classes and within a given period of time where work is accessed in the class as an integral part of the program. The structure also will be a study with a research component of less than 50%. Okay, for the admission, next slide, please, Dr. Hadafi. Prospective applicants are encouraged to be familiarized with the following admission criteria. Applicants must possess a bachelor honors degree in the field of accounting or related field with CGPA of at least 2.50, or if your CGPA is between 2 to 2.49, with at least 3 years relevant work experience, you can be considered to continue with master in taxation, which is subject to an interview by the postgraduate committee. Or if your degree is not related to accounting or any related field, and also you have no working experience in the related accounting or related fields, you can also continue or follow the MIT program by doing the appropriate prerequisite courses before you proceed with the core program. So meaning that you have to take at least 2 financial accounting and management accounting papers before you can proceed with the core papers of MIT. And if you are a diploma candidate from any institution or higher learning, you can also proceed with master in taxation if you have at least 10 years of relevant work experience and age 35 years old, and also pass the APPEL, as Dr. Hadafi explained just now. The APPEL assessment should be at level 7. Or you have any equivalent qualification recognized by the University Senate and fulfill the English language requirement as set by the University Senate. Okay. As for the program structure, actually, Master in Taxation or MIT more or less is the same as Master of Science International Accounting, where the program should finish the 42 credit hours. Okay, the 42 credit hours consists of 12 courses of 2 core courses and 8 specialized courses, and another 2 will be from the elective courses. Okay, the difference between MIT and MSCIA is the specialized courses, whereby MIT focus or emphasize on taxation subject matter. Okay, the rest would be as MIT, you can choose whether the papers from the area of financial accounting, management accounting, accounting information systems, or audit and corporate governance. And you also have one project paper of 6 credits. So project paper of 6 credits to give a value added for your program, it would be recommend or suggest to focus on the taxation issues, so that it would be given an extra remarks to your master in taxation degree. Okay, when considering your academic journey in MIT program, it is important to know that TISA offers also both full-time and part-time program. Dr. Rafi, the next slide. So same as MSCIA, the full-time would be between 1 year to 3 years, meaning that from 3 semesters to 9 semesters. And as for the part-time option, you can follow the program within 2 years, which is 6 semesters to 5 years, 15 semesters. Okay, so this flexibility given to the candidates whereby you can choose to follow full-time or part-time, depends on your personal and professional goals. Okay, so the flexibility timeline will you know better to best fit your time. You can choose whether to do a full-time or part-time. And as for your information, so far we try to accommodate the part-time and full-time student by offering classes during weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, and estimated tuition fees for the MIT program is the same as MSCIA, because both program is a coursework program. So the coursework program, the compulsory or the certain fees is the tuition fees for 42 credit hours, where pay 250 ringgit per credit hours times with 42 hours, and non-Malaysian, which is an international student, need to pay 450 ringgit Malaysia per credit time with 42 hours. So I would say that the estimated tuition fees will be subject to the change and vary depends on the factors such as your course duration. If you can finish up with a minimum 3 semesters, then the fees will be lesser, because here the estimated tuition fees is calculated for at least 4 semesters, one year and a half, where for Malaysian, part-time and full-time, the range of estimated tuition fee would be between 11,766 to 12,216. Where the international student, where we offer only for full-time basis, the estimated tuition fees will be 23,666 for a minimum 4 semester and for total 42 credit hours. Okay, so come and join our program in TISA UUM to embark on an enriching journey of academic growth and professional development. For more information, you can visit our website tisauum.edu.my or psucob.uum.edu.my. And also you can follow us in the Facebook as well as Instagram at TISA UUM. So with that, thank you. Now I would like to hand over the session to our moderator, Dr. Francis. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Saliza. Thank you, Dr. Fiza, and thank you, Dr. Hadafi, for that interesting session. Okay, all right. So I have a look on our Facebook, and yes, there's one question coming in, and I think that is the question that I asked before when we start the session. So there is some international student is asking whether TISA is offering any scholarship. So the answer is, I think the answer is no, right?
You know the answer.
Okay, so to Mr. Rabah Omer, the answer is no. All right, even though I posted there saying that I will pass the questions to the coordinators. So yeah, so far TISA does not offer any particular syllabus. All right, so there's only one questions that we have over this side, but on my side, probably as a non-accounting person, I would perhaps have a few questions that I would like to ask, especially to Dr. Saliza, because when I see that the masters in taxation, and then in TISA, it doesn't have a PhD in taxation. So coming from the business school, I have the background, like for example, I might be getting a bachelor in marketing, but I can only do PhD in management. So how does TISA basically dwell? Because well, since you say that your masters in taxation, you get that project paper, and if the student have that intention to expand it at the PhD level, how should that student progress? Is it is going to continue with a PhD in accounting in TISA, or he has to go to some other institution that offers a PhD in taxation? What is the nature between this, the transition?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Francis. So, Dr. Hafiza will answer or how? Okay, as for me, master in taxation is a master level, and if you want to pursue your PhD in, for example, taxation area, you can do so because in TISA, PhD means PhD in accounting. So in accounting is open where you can go to 5 lines, 5 stream, which are taxation, financial accounting, management accounting, accounting information system, and audit. So if you have a degree or a master in taxation, you can continue PhD in TISA. If you want to continue with a PhD taxation, you can do so.
Okay. Back to Dr. Hafiza. Then in that case, let's say TISA, you have PhD in accounting. But let's say in other university, they have PhD in taxation and PhD in accounting, then what would be the difference?
For us, we do not differentiate PhD in accounting as separate from PhD taxation. taxation is part of accounting. Okay, in Malaysian context, that is the scenario. But in other countries, maybe taxation will go to other area. For example, legal. Okay, it's taken as a legal area. But in Malaysia, taxation is part of accounting. So if a student with a master in taxation wants to enroll for a PhD accounting, there is no problem. If the student wants to deepen the research in the area of taxation, it is okay. But if the student wants to change to other research area, as long as it is in the area of accounting, that can also be done.
Okay.
Dr. Francis, I think there's one question from Anggono Angkasa in the Facebook.
Is it? On my side, it doesn't reflect. Hold on. Oh, yes,
Ah.
yes. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There's one question from Angono Agasa. I would like to ask a few questions. Does accounting education research area is available in PhD in accounting? Okay. So first question first.
Okay.
Accounting
All right.
education belongs to TISA or education school?
Okay, it can belong to TISA as long as you need to put the research for accounting. Okay, don't make it so education. Okay, maybe your respondent is the professional body in terms of to educate people for our profession. Then it can be in TISA. You can take accounting education PhD in TISA. Okay.
Okay. So if a person would like to do a PhD in how to teach accounting, then definitely not in TISA.
Yes, it needs to relate back to the problem and also the research question. So it should be showing more accounting there.
Not
Although
teaching
there is
problem.
although there are some education factors linked to that particular research.
Okay. Okay. The second questions I think I can answer on behalf. Does it possible to exam academic writing and research method? So the answer is that you need to submit us the proof, and I think the unit and the graduate school will take into consideration and then approve. All right. Our student need to stay in Malaysia full time during the study. In consideration, most of PhD candidates are working adults and some of the research location are overseas. So for international student, definitely you need to be in Malaysia and you must be in a full-time mode. So no choice. Okay, that is my answer. And then some lecturers are rarely read email for PhD candidate proposal. How long the waiting time? So the student may look for other supervisors. This will depends on individual lecturers, right? And also the students, I think. If you find that the potential supervisor does not respond, then probably you can write to the other person and talk to them. But basically, if you have contacted the second one, you can also ask the new one to inform the first one that you have contact, because all of us are colleagues, right? So probably just busy and we overlook them, we can remind one another. Number 5, is it Scopus a mandatory for Viva? Yes. Right, we requires PhD students, regardless of TISA or other schools, to have at least one Scopus publication as a condition for Viva. Okay, I have another question from Nabila. Okay, I would like to ask about master program in coursework mode. Will the classes be held F to F in the campus? And if it's in campus, will it be held at Sinto or UMKL? So this is generically on TISA. You want me to answer, or any one of you would like to take over the coursework-based coordinators?
Okay. So I will answer this question, Dr. Francis. Okay,
Yeah,
as
okay.
for class starting semester A231, and hope that we can continue in future. We will have a mixed way or mixed delivery mode. So we have a part of the class face to face, and another part of the class will be conducted online within the 12 weeks of the study period. So means it depends on the mood, whether it is not going to be 100% online or 100% physical. Okay. As for the class, if it is held face to face, okay. For your information, only Master of Science International Accounting is offered in UUM KL as well as in Sinto. Unlike Master in Taxation is only offered in Sinto. So if you want, if you choose to do your Master IA in a campus UUM KL or Sinto, so it depends on you. The mode, as I said, is a mixed mode where part of the class is physically handled by the lecturer and another session, another a few weeks of the study period will be conducted online. Same for UMKL as well as in UUM Sinto. Okay, thank you, Doctor. That's it.
Okay.
From the Facebook.
Yeah, so that's the few questions coming from the Facebook. Okay. And okay, talking about this online class, for TISA, is there any planning for an ODL program at the present moment? Development of ODL? No.
Dr. Harapi, boss.
Okay, for the ODL program, they are planned by the university. So for the school, every school to have one program to be held as ODL, online distance learning. So by right, for TISA, the MSCIA will be offered as the ODL, as a ODL program. So basically, we are moving towards that direction, and we are developing our kind of process, the earlier process, establishing a committee, doing the curriculum review, and etc. And hopefully that will be completed. And as what university aspired is that will be offered on the September 2024. So depends on the process. Hopefully we can have that things work. However, as the ODL becoming more popular, I do hope that the traditional program also have the takers. Okay, we don't want to have to, there is no lecture at all to be teach. Yeah, the answer is yes. We are moving to that ODL program.
Okay, one more questions again from Nabila. I would like to ask, for current undergraduate student just completed internship, when can the student apply for the master program? I
Okay,
think,
so
yeah,
yes, Dr.
Dr. Saliza, please.
So you can immediately apply for the master program as long as you have the the
Transcript, right?
the transcript, the full transcript, then you can apply for the master program. Application is open. However, the enrollment is depends on the semester. So means you have to begin your study for the period according to the study plan date or
So
period given.
Nabila, I think the nearest window for your application would be February next year lah. January.
Yes, January.
January.
It
So
is
if you, yeah, if you are interested, you can submit your application, and we will process, and you can apply for next year January intake.
yes.
Yeah, I just want to add, Dr. Francis, I
Yes,
think
yes.
last week we received around 5 applications for the MSCIA, and all been
One MIT.
accepted, and I think been in the process of letter offer. sending their letter offer. Although they will start on January, so everyone can apply throughout the year, but you will begin your what do you call your programs
Study.
depends on the semester. But I do hope also that the male applicants will be, we can have more men. Okay. So far, I think the
The
applicants
women
from the
women.
men is not encouraging at all. Yeah. Right.
Okay. Any more questions? Feel free to post it on Facebook. All right. Next up, one question from me pertaining to the academic qualification that TISA offer and also, professions as an accountant. So, how would actually a master's program facilitate one's journey for a professional certification? Meaning to say, I think for your undergraduate, when they finish your first degree, they got exemption, right, for ACCA. How does this master's program play a role in that kind of journey? Is there any process or anything?
Okay, Dr. Francis, for your information, MIT Master in Taxation have that intention to link the program with the professional bodies so that when you finish your Master in Taxation, you get a sitting certificate, for example. However, we have to wait for few. Wait because we just be given a full accreditation for Master in Taxation. Okay, so we have yet to do the process with our full accreditation. And the intention is that, yes. And as for Master in Taxation, if I can share a little bit from the experience of the students, previous students, okay, they use this certificate, Master in Taxation, as a value added for them to portray their strength. For example, few of the Master in Taxation students is from the background of auditing taxation firm. So when they have firm, they want to have the Master in Taxation to portray their professionalism indirectly. So that's how they use the Master in Taxation. And as for the Master of Science International Accounting, okay, as for now, we offer to the Inland Revenue Board officers as well as the Custom Department officers, where it is value added for them to being promoted to a higher level with that master degree. So we have, of course, we have a special arrangement, but that's how we foresee our program to be to give at least a value added to their career. And we definitely would like to work out on the professionalism, how to link our master program with the professional accreditation one day.
So it's called CTEM.
Sitting
CTEM.
is for the sitting is for the taxation.
So it's called chartered tax chartered one. like for example, I think when I was an MBA director, we have the chartered manager for
Yeah.
MBA, and then of course accounting have the chartered accountant, right? So
Yes.
a taxator called what?
Okay, sitting is a chartered tax institute of Malaysia.
Okay, how do we call them? Accountant is called chartered accountant. So this taxator we call chartered taxator or what? Not sure.
Yeah, we call them sitting professional.
Sitting professional.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a global recognition, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we have that. So Dr. Hadafi, how about international accounting? Still CPA. Or correct, right? CPA?
CPA.
CPA.
The MSCIA. MSc program is
Or CIA?
MSCIA.
no, I mean the Master of Accounting Professional if I'm not mistaken, been offered long ago in the Faculty of Accounting. I'm not sure when it been ceased from the program. But last month, I did receive call from a parent that asking for the master program accounting professional. And sadly, unfortunately, I said that there is no program at all for the professional master level. So because the MICIA, I believe that is for those who are seeking the ideas in what areas that they are interested to do for research, for example, whether, kind of specific areas that they might need to further doing their PhD and etc. And for professional, yeah, for the at master level for the professional, I think is quite competitive when we have the professional, even the professional examination. But I mean, for the niche area like taxation, probably, yeah, they can have that particular professional, their own program.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Dr. Fiza, anything to add from your side?
I think
Or general, right?
I would like to respond just now about the scholarship. Yeah. So unfortunately, TISA, even in COB, UUM, we don't provide scholarship for students. Yeah. So whether you come here with funding from your institution, your own institution, or you come here with your own funding. However, in TISA UUM, we open to the lecturers funding for research grant. It is not much actually, maybe around 5,000 per grant. And if your supervisor can apply this, okay, your supervisor might be able to apply the grant based on your research idea. So I think this one can help you more or less. So, but you need to enroll with us first and discuss with your supervisor so that your supervisor can apply for the grant. This is internal grant only for TISA. Okay, 5,000 per research. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, I think we get the last questions again from Angono. All right, first question he asked, what is the write-up fees after Viva? I am not sure, maybe this is what you have, so probably explains. Second one, I had an experience in Scopus Q2. It took very long to be accepted. Thus, my site Malaysia Journal could replace the Scopus. In consideration, sometime it took a long time for editor decision. Sometime being rejected, need to submit other place again. So I think the generic answer for me is that my site journal cannot be a replacement. It has to be Scopus. So question number one, what is write-up fees? Anyone?
Okay, the write-up fees, maybe Dr. Hadafi, can you share the Canva just now for the fees for PhD?
PhD, yeah.
PhD.
Screen.
Huh? Yeah, I shared. I shared.
Tak nampak.
Okay, let's see.
Belum lagi. Not yet.
I thought I shared them already.
Okay, I boleh ke?
Boleh, boleh.
Can you? Okay. All right. For PhD.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is for PhD. So if you look at the slide, there is tuition fee, right? Tuition fee per trimester. If you are an international student, you need to pay for 2,880 per trimester. Okay, however, after your Viva Voce, okay, you will need to have correction, right? So the write-up fees after Viva will not 2,880. It will be reduced to 1,440 only after Viva. Because after Viva, you still need to pay fee since the examiner will do their work in checking the corrections that you have made. So fee will still incur until you submit the final submission. If you take long period of time to do correction, then the fee charged to you will be more. Okay, according to how many months you are allowed for correction. Sometimes students with minor correction only 3 months, but students with major correction it can up to 9 months of correction. But if you can speed up your correction, for if you get major correction, for example, you can speed up 6 months, then you can actually save for some cost if you do not exceed another trimester. So that is what is meant by the write-up fees after Viva. Thank you. I hope the information is clear.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Doctor. All right. I think we are almost done. We have used up the 1 hour allocated, and on behalf of UBSCOB, right, I would like to thank the 3 coordinators, Dr. Fiza, Dr. Dafi, and Dr. Hafiza, for the 1 hour session sharing, and also thank you for the questions from the participants. I hope you get the information that you want, and in case you have any more questions, you can write to them, right? They basically have shared their email address just now, or you can go through back again this recorded session to get the information there. All right, so thank you very much, the 3 coordinators, and on behalf of UBSCOB, next week we will have SCFB with us, School of Economic, Finance and Banking, the last school under UMCOB, and same time, same place. I hope to see you again next week. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dr. Francis. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you, Dr. Francis.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.